Hello, today we're going to talk about quick parts in Word. So this is a very big can of worms, so I'm just going to scratch the surface, try and show you a couple things that you can do with them, and more importantly, just give you a basic understanding of what they are. So quick parts are those predefined elements in Word. Everything, so all the headers, all the cover pages, all of that is actually part of quick parts. So quick parts are under the Insert tab, and they are here in quick parts. Right, so you got building blocks organizer, which we'll spend some time on. You got things like auto text, which you create, document properties, and fields. These are predefined things. Some of them need to be typed, some not. So like for example, let's say I want to put my name here. Let's go to author. Notice it's a weird looking little kind of text boxy thing. That means it's a quick part. Notice it does know my name, so that was a predefined field. And that came from here, right? Author. And so that's what these things do. If you're ever wondering, why would you ever set document properties? Well, this is one of those reasons. So let's insert another field like company. So company is an example of one of these document properties that Word isn't going to automatically know about. So, say I just want to, so there's something I want to write, but it's not going to work out well, so I'll just say stuff ink. Okay, so that's an example of one that I had to define myself. And let me go down here again. So this is going to be a little bit strange. Just down here, I'm going to insert that company field again. Just because I want to show you that these document properties, they do persist. Right, so it remembers what I did last time. Now, what if I do something like this? What if I'm like, oh yeah, I meant to say stuff, industries. So notice I changed one, and it updates the other. So these are kind of like placeholders, and notice that some of them are predefined, which you can change, and some of them need to be defined. So that's one example of quick parts right there, the predefined pieces of Word. I don't think that's the most important part, or the most interesting part. The most interesting parts of quick parts in field. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Now, when I said that this is one of the biggest topics there were, every pre-formatted piece of Word is in the building block organizer, so it's a quick part. I'm clicking on text boxes. You may have noticed those. Those are just all the predefined text boxes. Let me look at headers. Notice they're organized by group. Right, and those over here in the preview, those are the headers. Like Austin's kind of a popular one. Right, so notice that all of the pre-formatted pieces of Word live here, and so you could delete them, which would be a horrible idea. You can edit them, which, probably a bad idea. But more importantly, you can create your own quick parts. So let's create something worthwhile. Let's create our own header. All right, so these headers that exist already, they're all placeholders, if you will, but you may have wondered, is there a way to automatically put a header together for documents which is pre-filled in? Well, let's see if we can do that with quick parts. So here I am. I'm just going to manually create a header and put my name here. And how about in the middle, I'm going to put the date and time. Let's do that one, update automatically. And then on the right, I'm going to insert the page number. That's a pretty nice looking header. Let's say I make a lot of documents, and my documents always have that header in them. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this. Now, if I want to take something and create a new quick part from it, which is what I think the value of this is, I'm going to head over to the Insert tab, and I'm going to go to Quick Parts. I'm going to go Save Selection to Quick Part Gallery. This is going to ask me some questions, so it's suggesting I call it that. I should give it a fancy name, like ZZZ. That's kind of fancy name. It's a bad name. I just want it to stand out from the rest. And I'm going to put it in the headers gallery. I could give it a description if I wanted, but I'm not going to. I click OK, and nothing. But if I go to a new document, and I want to insert that header, let's see how that works. So I'm going to head to the Insert tab, Quick Parts, Building Block Organizer, because that's where you get to all the stuff. And I'm going to go down to the header group. And I called it, you can see why I called it ZZZ, because I knew it would stand out. I click Insert, and voila, right? Like I've got an automatically formatted header that I created before. And so if you want to do some fancy stuff, like put some images in there and some background colors and some cool text, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing that. Because as I pointed out earlier, when we were looking at the building block organizer, this thing's full. Like, look at this right here. This cover page is a quick part. So you could do whatever you wanted. Like, another good example, aside from a header, would be maybe like if you had some letterhead or just some kind of address block which you're constantly putting in documents. Well, quick part might be the way to go there. If you're just a student learning Word, you're probably not going to see much utility to this, but if you were using Word daily in an office environment, you probably wouldn't take too much creativity to think of what are some of those things that I keep writing over and over and over again. And if you would benefit from creating a reusable part out of them, then the solution for you is quick parts. So we ended up talking about the building block organizer, and we started talking about document properties. They're kind of related, right? They are just these reformatted pieces of Word. This is definitely the more powerful one, but this also falls into that category as well. The most useful part of quick parts is probably the building block organizer, but if you're going to be taking like a MOS exam, then you should be familiar a little bit with some of these other fields, because who knows what you'll be asked to do. So now you have some understanding of quick parts, and like I said, mastery of the subject isn't going to happen in a 6-minute video, but now you've got a better idea of what they are. Thanks for watching.